Hey guys, it's Jay Sustain here, coming to you live on behalf of Undermine Records. These aren't actually my glasses. This is some cool Facebook filter glasses. My glasses are just normal. But these are pretty cool. Look at that. Oh, they went away. Those are pretty cool, huh? So I wanted to come live to you today on Christmas Eve and say, farewell on behalf of Undermine Records. Maybe tell you the little story of Undermine Records, how we got to where we're at right now, how we got to where we went, and how we got to where we're at right now. Let me start off by saying thank you and I love you to all of the artists who have made Undermine Records even a possibility. There's so many of you guys out there. And many of you guys don't have Facebook pages, or we're not friends on Facebook or something, so I was unable to tag you in this video. But we've got about 30 artists in the Undermine Records roster. And Undermine Records wouldn't really even exist if it weren't for the music of the artists. So just want to say thank you guys so much. Many of you guys have gone on to do much more talented and bigger projects than our little independent label here. So for that, I'm proud of most of you guys. Chris Vanderkalk, who came to us as Retrobite, went on to be one of the best electronic music artists in the world, Christopher Norman. And just want to say thank you to Chris. And one of our first releases, Retrobite Going Down, was signed in, pulled in by Dave Dresden and Josh Gabriel for their project several years ago, Organized Nature. And then re-released with an Oscar Can remix. That was sometime in 2006. It was really early on for us as an Undermine Records crew, and we were very proud for that. So just let me tell you a little story about Undermine Records. In 2005, I moved to Atlanta and was staying with my boy, Jory Johnson. Jory and I used to make a lot of music together. We actually lived together. Made a lot of music together in our little Atlanta apartment. And Jory was a resident DJ there for several of the local promoters and just, part of the Atlanta scene for a long time. Jory's an original out there in Atlanta. And I was staying with him and we started using Ableton Live to make some songs and remixes, and then we would perform our remixes live, basically. Hey, Jory Johnson, I'm just now telling a story about you right now. This is Jay Sustain coming live to you on behalf of Undermine Records. Today will be the last day of Undermine Records' public operation. Our domain will expire today. So I'm just kind of telling the story a little bit. So in 2005, I think it was 2005, I was staying with Jory in Atlanta, Georgia, and we were making music together. And we started doing some gigs, and we did a couple gigs at The Mark, I believe, in Atlanta, Georgia. We played a couple of our remixes, the Philo and Perry Closer remix by Johnson and Sustain. Also a 9 Inch Nails remix by Johnson and Sustain, which went over really well that summer. And as a result of Jory and I really pushing and pursuing, some of the kids in the scene, Jonathan Kerr, and Kyle Lenart, came to me and said, look, man, you got a real passion for this. You seem like a professional. You know what you're doing. And we've got this little label project that we started, but just don't know anything about it. Would you come on and work with us to make it happen? I said, sure, man. At that time, it was called 5 a.m. Music. So my friend and I started creating the pages, and there was no Facebook at the time, but there was MySpace and all that. And we started creating all the details, and all of a sudden I got this letter from 5 a.m. Music in the UK. And they were like, hey, we're 5 a.m. Music, and we already have music out. So, oh boy. So went back to the drawing board with Kyle and John, and John just kind of blurted it out as if he'd been thinking about it for years. He said, Undermine Records, bro. Undermine Records. And I thought, that's cool. It's a good idea. And so we just did that. We just went to Undermine Records. There was another thing called Undermine, but they weren't called Undermine Records. So we applied for Beatport status, got it immediately, and have been distributing through Beatport and iTunes ever since. And our label's soared to some cool heights. And at this time, we've reached a point, not just in my age, but in the market, where our little independent labels don't have much traction anymore. Some of the big labels pretty much absorb us all up. And then last year, I got the terrible news that my good friend and partner, John Kerr, had lost his battle to heart illness and passed away. With that news, I really, lost a lot of energy myself and thought, this is our project. This is not my project. This is our project. And so I decided that this year I would not renew the website, and we would just let Undermine Records go down in the annals of history. And that's pretty much it, man. We took a little break for a little while. I'm not trying to broadcast this Christmas music. We did take a little break for a while from 2008 to 2010. There was no music put out. I came back in 2010 and did some music. Undermine has hosted all of Jay Sustain's music. A couple years ago, we did a few other things with some local artists, Jay Sustain and Marshall Monica. Last year, we worked with an artist from New York City, Sky White Tiger, who is a superstar in his own right. And got some really cool remixes out there from Noel Sanger, Argentinax. I'll be honest, having Noel Sanger on our label was one of my greatest achievements, and for me, one of the most exciting things. I've been a fan of Noel Sanger as long as I can remember. I've still got his trance CDs from 99, 2000, and being able to ask him to be on our label and afford to work with him was a really big deal. And we love having Noel Sanger on there. So Undermine Records is not dead. We're just moving on. I'd really like to use this time to focus on the successes of our family members. Noel Sanger, Christopher Norman, Seth Boyd. Just you guys are killing it right now. Seth, I have a feeling that 2019 you're going to be bigger than all of us. So I love you guys. I love every one of you. Thank you so much for making this little dream that we had a reality. Jory, I love you, brother. John, we miss you, man. That's pretty much it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for, like I said, making this dream a reality. And we'll go on into the future. I can't wait to see what everybody else is doing, with their talents and their skills. And thank you so much again. Love you guys. I love you, Jory. You're part of the reason why most of this is happening, Jory. So don't undersell yourself, man. I'll leave this video up for a day or so. The UndermineRecords.com website will probably expire today. That's kind of why I chose today's date as the day to end the label, because coinciding with the domain and hosting. So anyway, we're not dead. We're still here. If there's any producers out there that are interested in our roster, or any of the artists that we work with, or any of the songs that we've put out, if there's anything from any of the projects that are out there that you may like to remix or redo, please reach out to me. Undermine Records owns that 30-song roster. I tried to sell this label to some other people. There just wasn't enough traction behind it. So, we're just going to close the label. But I'm still here. Jay Sustain owns all the masters. I'm actually working on my third original album, which is going to come out in April, and I'll be looking for a label for that. But I just want you all to know, the purpose of this video is to say Undermine Records is not dead. We've just moved into a new chapter of my life, and I wanted to say thank you, and I love you to everybody that's made it happen up to this point. You guys are great. Alright, signing off for now. See you later. Be sure to follow the other pages. Jay Sustain page is alive and well. And then, of course, follow all of our guys. Follow Christopher Norman, Seth Voigt, Argentinax, Noel Sanger, Sky White Tiger, Marshall Monica, Jory Johnson, Jonathan Allen, Heavy Tank. There's so many. I know I'm missing many, many more. I love you guys. Farewell for now.